Here are my audience for my speech today, Susi and Akira. Did you know that distracted driving is the largest cause of crashes in the United States and in the world? Hi, I'm Hansika Jayasinghe, and today I'll be talking about dangers of distracted driving. What is distracted driving? Distracted driving is any activity that could divert a person's attention away from the primary task of driving. Types of distractions are texting, using the cell phone, eating and drinking while driving, even using navigation system. It was a common belief that the drinking and driving was the most applicable cause responsible for crashes, and the statistics from the surveys have proved it to be wrong. The fact remains is that there are more people texting or on the phone while driving than other people behind the wheel under the influence. Not a lot of people take this as a serious issue since the actions are not directly connected to the actual circumstances. And one of the most tragic things to happen is that communication has been such a vital part of day-to-day activity, and people go to every extent to stay connected with the outside world. This has been very drastic issue while driving, and when people try to stay connected during the actual course of driving. Firstly, I will start off by giving some statistics on effects of cell phone and distracted driving. According to official US government website for distracted driving, in 2011, 3,331 people were killed in crashes involved in distracted driver compared to 3,267 in 2010. And an additional 387,000 people were injured in motor vehicle crashes involving a distracted driver compared to 416,000 people injured in 2010. In the month of June 2011, more than 196 billion text messages were sent or received in the US, up nearly 50% from June 2009. One of the major issues today is the teen texting and driving. This is because majority of the teens ignore the cell phone driving restrictions. Within the younger generation, the attitude of being cool has also affected on this matter. The younger generation tends to think, due to the age factor, their reflexes are faster than of an average human being, and this gives them the idea that they could do whatever while driving and still get away with it. Did you know that talking on the cell phone while driving can make younger drivers' reaction time as slow as a 70-year-old person? Now I would like to discuss about the things that could be prevent the crash connected to distracted driving. Automated cell phone providers that provide services such as shut-off driving develop apps to make it safe to have the phone on hibernation status during the course of driving. Some of the common applications that are used today are the Sprint Drive First and Cell Pal. These applications automatically lock the phone during driving to prevent call, text, and emails. It also sends auto replies to incoming text and emails saying that the driver is currently unavailable, making the local law enforcement to crack down drivers use phones while driving. Now I would like to share a video of a sad distracted driving story about Kelson.
Whenever my brother was little, you could always find him playing in the dirt. He loved birds and plants and anything that was living or growing. He really taught me that everything in life, no matter how small it is beautiful. Very sweet. He was my best friend. My brother had just gotten done with his junior year in college, and he was getting this internship that he never thought that he would ever be able to get. Another intern and him were driving out to count some birds in the field. He was so distracted that he pulled out in front of a semi. The driver was killed. He said that his brain injuries were catastrophic. My brother was so full of life, and he always had the reddest cheeks, no matter what. Even if he was cold or even if he was warm, it didn't matter. And his cheeks were pale, and I didn't recognize anything about him. And I held my 21-year-old brother's hand while he died. Just because someone made one stupid mistake. I'm an only child. Nothing is worth that. No distraction is worth that. Before this happened to my family, to my brother, I never knew how big of an issue it was. And that I feel like that's the case with most people, is they don't realize how big of a problem this is until it happens to them or it happens to someone they know. My brother's accident was 100% preventable. It was my job to be his voice, since he couldn't do it himself. No matter who you are, if you are young, if you're old, if the person of your vehicle is texting and driving or doing something they're not supposed to be doing, speak up. Tell them how concerned you are, not only about your safety, but also theirs. Distracted driving kills. Safe driving starts with you.
Today I talk to you about the dangers of distracted driving. Like in the video I showed, there are many other distracted stories on the internet. Therefore, if we just think of this, and if we were a little more responsible while driving, most of these stories could have been preventable. So from now onwards, I kindly ask to think about on this issue when driving, and drive safe. I hope you guys enjoyed my speech today. Thank you.